Okay. Oh, this camera looks. Oh, it looks good. Wait, guys. Find my stuff. Oh, I can see literally see my big ass flapping around the house, huh? Look at that. I've gotten fat, man. Hello, Silver Comet. You're very early. I'm just testing out this new camera that I bought. It's the Razer Kio Pro. Kind of pricey, actually, but I think it's a big improvement to my previous one. It's also very convenient to set up too. It's a massive camera. It's just a webcam, so it doesn't really do much. I think I can make it look better too. We're gonna switch over to the. Let me see if this works. Does it work? Wait. Yeah, okay, it does work. Yeah, we're gonna switch over to the other camera. Oh, okay, not other camera. It's like another scene. Okay, I figured. I'm trying to figure out OBS. Okay. The camera looks good. Thank you, man. Yeah. Oh, everything's breaking. Give me a sec. My microphone just broke. Oh, Jesus. Ah, yeah. It just I didn't screw it up. Sorry about this. I really gotta fix my setup, eh? Okay, we should be good to go. Definitely an improvement. Yeah, I think so too. It's actually I'm very excited about this. I'm buying another tripod so I can have a camera that looks over um my drawing tablet because the one that I used to use this camera right here. Wait, let me switch it up. I used to use this camera. It's like around $20, I think. And I could easily mount it to a arm desk that I used to hang around here, and it would look directly to on my drawing tablet. However, the new one is too big for my mount, so I need a new tripod. I actually need a tripod so I can have it like right behind me, going in. So yeah, that's the plan. I ordered it online, so it's gonna take a while for that to come. Hopefully next week's stream will be a lot better. And I'm still playing around with the software of this thing. Currently, I don't think OBS is doing it justice at the moment. It looks very grainy, and I look very dude. I've gained some weight. I mean, come on, I've gained a lot of weight ever since I got married, eh? Or ever since I had a kid, rather. Well, you know, my wife or my soon-to-be wife, she cooks very well, so I don't. It's a fair trade-off. I see the plan is sound. Yeah, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm trying to take this content creation thing very seriously. I got a few videos up in mind. Um, but I'm just trying to take it easy. I hopefully I reach at least 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Next year, I would be very happy with that. So I just gotta keep grinding. So this week it's just gonna be more continuing about the page. It's gonna be page 15, 16, 17. And but I also speaking of content creation, I also want to shift a little bit from tutorials and some art studies into a little bit more of a um world building tutorial. You know, it's because I'm trying to build this world that I'm also telling the story in my manga. And I want to at least share my ideas and share my knowledge and how I went about the I should try to look at the camera when I'm talking to you guys. I'm still getting used to that. Okay, so I'm still trying to um like build this world that I'm telling this story in, and I want to share my knowledge and how I went about doing so. Okay, because I think it's pretty interesting, and I think it's worth learning, or at least worth sharing. And it's also a good idea to market my story too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would love it if when this is all said and done for people to actually read my manga. You know. Okay, so in this page, this is page 14, 15. Last page, we did more of a setup for the action sequence um we're about to take. Because I've already done a couple of work with this manga because I sort of do some panels, you know, some sketches along with my actual work. So yeah, I've already done some work here, but I've deliberately left out some panels so at least I can showcase how I actually draw from scratch. Yes, there are definitely those who can benefit. Yeah, I agree because I've been talking to a lot of the community recently, and I've seen a lot of interest of other artists trying to get into manga or comic book or web comic, and I think it's pretty useful stuff. You know, I mean, I don't claim to be an expert at writing, but I do have my own process and how I build my world and where I start. For people who just starting out, I think that could be very useful. I hope. I don't know where to start. I kind of messed these panels up because I merged the layers accidentally, all of them, of all pages. Maybe I didn't do that accidentally. Maybe I just drew it unconsciously that I was drawing in one layer. So yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna start wherever I want, which I really don't know. Okay, let's start here. This is going to be a bit of a pain because I need to remove the sketch from the panel borders like this, and it's gonna leave out some dirty marks that I don't want. There you go. Am I live on Facebook? I don't think. Yeah, I didn't click live. Twitch seems to be okay. I hope everything seems to be normal. That's giving me a warning. A bit rate. This is some flies. Who cares? Do it anyway. Oh, and I'm also trying to fix the Discord server. I already have one, but it's not properly set up yet, so I don't wanna debut the server being half baked. Um, I want it to be enjoyable for everyone once I actually start inviting people in. How about you, Silver Comment? What's going on with you? How's things in your end of the world, huh? Pretty good. All right. So I've been awake for a long while. You must be drawing then, or doing something. I don't know. I usually I'm awake because I'm drawing. Oh wow, man, get some rest. I did research on my part. I was going to draw as well. In fact, I did speak with a few artists before you actually. That's nice. You seem to be well known around this area, the art community. I don't know. You sound like you join a lot of streams. One finally finished a commission they were working on. Nice. Yeah. Commissions are always fun, especially well paid ones. For me, commissions are, well, it depends on the commission, but commissions are kind of like an opportunity to learn and um, connect with. I treat them like a business, really. I don't really take commissions that are. Well, I do sometimes, of course. But mainly my clients, I make sure that they're in it for the long haul, and I only take commissions where there are multiple contracts or multiple agreements for multiple artwork, so I can at least secure a few months worth of pay. Hello, Sonic. Yes, actually, I am memorable to them. I bet you are. You're memorable to me too. You're one of the OGs, you know? Hey Sonic, how are you, man? I just started the stream. I got this new camera. Hello there, buddy. You can finally see my fat face flapping around, the stream. I should probably adjust this thing, eh? Wait, my face is not centered. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm playing a game called Dragon Ball Squad. It's a DB Squadra. It's free and really good right now. DB, is that Dragon Ball? Also, the streamer Art Trick? Art Art X Trick. Sorry. Did share your video. He did. I should look him up. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, in fact, I have something funny to share. Dude, you've been around. I bet it was because of you, right? You're definitely promoting me behind the scenes. I don't know. Dragon Ball Gekishi Squadra. Gekishi. While we were talking, one of the chats told us that the vegan teacher was streaming as we were watching a video about her craziness. Ah, you know the old lady, right? Or is it somebody else? Because there are two vegan something, or the younger lady, and then there's the older one. Everyone in the comment section collectively agreed to troll her. I well, you know, I've heard of her, and I haven't heard anything good that comes from like you know all the media that comes from her. So I guess that's what she's gonna get. I suppose. I don't know. You know, I'm surprised. I haven't really gotten any haters yet, which means I'm probably not doing a good job. I'm still waiting for them haters, you know. By the way, this week, iShow Speed came to my country. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that, right? Last stream. Where did he go? What was it? Armenia? Were you the one who went to Armenia, right? Or, I forgot. Sorry. Nice to see iShow Speed still traveling around. VRH art. Yo, I see face cam. Nice. Yeah, I bought a new camera, man. And I also figured out the scene change so I can say hello to everybody. Hello, man. You can finally see my flabby ass face flapping around the screen. Oh, there's too much light, right? Too much light, I think. Woman, woman. Huh. Every time he draws a guy, they do not appear. South. I can't say I'm too young. Hmm. Oh, you know, I do draw guys. I remember. Oh yeah, art does get haters who call them gooner sometimes. Yeah. You know, I've actually I've gotten some of that um over in Instagram because I kind of comment on like travel videos and things like that, and whenever there's like a disagreement, sometimes uh they kind of just attack my my art, you know, because I do anime art, and it's I think it's kind of ridiculous, but also at the same time, it's very funny. I don't really get affected by like haters or negative comments and shit like that. I just think it's funny. You know, if you're gonna roast my art, I'll be right beside you roasting my art too. Is this not straight? This is not straight, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's not straight. Okay. By the way, I see the collection behind you, but I can only see the one piece figure because low quality internet. This entire thing. Wait, let me switch camera. This one. Right there. Can you see it now? So the plan is that when I want to replace all of that figurines. Well, some of them, right? There's Nilo over here from Genshin and also Ganyu. Then there's Mikasa. I want to remove those three and then just fill this up with all the straw hats, like all 10 of the straw hats. And I got another set here of figurines and Gundams and another one over there. You kind of can't see it, but it's right there. Um Filled with books and also more figurines. And I want this to transfer these three right behind me or above there. But yeah, that's my setup, man. Look at this. Yeah, I got my spray paint over here for my Gundam. This is my Gundam station, where I customize. See this flappy thing over here? That's supposed to be an LED, but it lost its adhesive. So I need to fix that. I also need to fix the roof thing over here, like right above. I want to add more greenery, right? Like an overgrowth kind of theme here as well, and the bottom. So that's the plan. I got my suitcase from Japan still here, and also a bookshelf right here. I want to add a bookshelf right there. So that's the plan. I'm just taking it slow. Oh yeah, and a couple of pictures here too. I want to print some of my artwork and maybe showcase it in the background. You know, I want to be a little bit more narcissistic like that. Showcase my own art. I mean, I already do. I already do it at my wallpaper. It's a really cool setup. Thanks, man. I'm still working on the setup. Nice. I can see them now. Yeah, you look. I'm just starting streaming, and this whole thing, the camera placement, this mic over here, everything's going to be replaced, and everything's just going to be reorganized as I go and see what's the best like setup for everybody to see. You know, and I want to also show my some of my backgrounds because right now it's not really doing much. It's just my face. It's my ugly face. You know, it's in the camera. With this really bright light, man. I really don't like the lighting that I'm in right now. I also have a guy that's coming in who's going to set everything up with like the lighting, the mood, and shit like that. Um, yeah, I never seen your face before, by the way, Jingo. Hey, I bet you're disappointed. If you are just as disappointed as I am, um, sounds like a plan. Yeah, hopefully, you know, slowly but surely, you'll see some changes here and there. Uh, well, well, you know, for my figurine collections, I'm trying to like move them somewhere else because I kind of replaced my figurine addiction with um book collection. You know, collecting mangas instead. Just because there aren't really any figurines recently that I really like to buy, and the ones that I do want to buy, they're kind of either expensive or they're hard to find. I went to Japan and I was trying to find a very specific figure and they didn't have it there. Like I was really surprised. Um you're not ugly. Yeah, thanks, I guess. Look, I don't really take compliments really well. I try and um you know, I know everybody means well. I just don't know how to respond to compliments, right? Thanks. And nice, you can add LED around the posters, your art. Yeah, of course. And Well, I have LEDs already that's I currently don't have on, just because of I lack outlets. I got one more strips here and another one behind me. Um, but they don't really light off that well anyway, and that's why I just left them on off. This feet makes no sense. I should move this. But yeah, setup will change eventually, and also like along with everything else. I'm still experimenting. And the reason why I want to show my face right now is I realized that I've been doing faceless content before, which I really don't want to do. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I just don't have a good camera. And now that I just bought a decent camera, you'll be able, maybe the next 2 or 3 more videos that I make, you'll see more of me. I think I can't see your moves on the left. Oh yeah, wait, let me just change the how about, okay, there you go. So that's another thing, by the way, is I want to buy a tripod. I told Comet this, but I want to buy a tripod where you can see my screen instead of my face, or at least see the screen and my face at the same time. Because I got another extra camera. It's not really that good compared to this, but I think I can still utilize it. Maybe I'll use that to show my face, and then I'll use this really good camera to show my artwork. So it'll be like last week's stream where the camera is hanging over my tablet. That's what I want to do. But eventually, but for now, I'm just gonna make use of this. Maybe I can fix it by tomorrow because I'll be streaming tomorrow again. Okay, this feat is pretty good now. I like this. I've got a lot of manga, full boxes. Set of Demon Slayer, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, 2 box sets of One Piece, and every JoJo hardcover. Nice, JoJo's hardcover. That's a I really like hardcovers. I just have 2 mangas right now. The 6 volumes of Witch Hat Atelier, and I have 4 volumes of this manga called Happiness. It's pretty obscure. Um, as well, I used to have a couple of chapters with Fire Punch from the mangaka of Chainsaw Man. But I lend them to one of my old friends, and then she moved, so she, I can't get it back at this moment though. So yeah, I never seen your face, by the way, Jingo. Oh, there you go. I think I can see your move. Okay, I'm just reading chat right now. Same thing for me, and is critical situations. Yeah, yeah. Well, especially if you have a hardcover and you have all of them, I bet you're rich. Because I'm trying to buy the Berserk Deluxe Edition. They're freaking they're so expensive. They're like $60 up per volume, and there's like 13 volumes, I think. And well, I can probably afford that, but it's not just expensive, it's also hard to find. The well, sorry, let me rephrase that. Volume 1 of Berserk's Deluxe Edition, it's so hard to find. And I can probably just easily order it online. But where's the fun in that? I wanna hunt. I wanna hunt those books. I wanna go into every like nook and cranny, obscure ass, um, bookstore, and look for those books, man. That's what I'm all about. That's like 760. Yeah, it's really expensive. But just take it slowly, maybe one volume at a time. I have a collection and only got them when I can. I spend responsibly and not impulse. Though there is a manga I would like to find, Danmachi. I think I've heard of that before. I think you were the one who actually introduced me to Danmachi. I don't remember, but that sounds familiar to me. I don't know. Honestly, the only way to get it is the order, since I can't find it in bookstores. There is a bookstore in Osaka, in Denden Town. Denden Town is like this nerdy street, right? It's a massive street, kind of like Akihabara, a bit smaller than Akihabara, but more concentrated. And I found a bookstore there that they catalog like a lot of old books, old mangas from way back in the 70s and maybe 80s. Um, and they even have like really old versions of old editions of what you call it, Shonen Jump. Um, it was just a massive place, and there's like 3 or 4 floors of books like that. I bet you can find it in a place like that, right? I got Demon Slayer box set in 2023. Bought a box set twice a year, maybe 3 times. Twice a year. It must have a you must have a lot. Yeah, it's it is a expensive hobby. It might not look like, collecting books. It might not look like much because sometimes a manga can just cost like $5. The Witch Hat Atelier series, I bought that for maybe $5-10 per volume, maybe even less. All right, but it adds up because they're like 15 volumes. These guys I won't even detail, since I think I'm just gonna leave those in silhouettes. They're too close to each other. Right here, at there. This guy's in front, all running towards this place. I'm gonna move on to a different panel. Yes, I did. Though Danmachi actually has multiple stories. Most likely, I completed the third chapter of my manga, but since I stopped for 2 days, I can't get myself to draw again. I kind of feel the same way right now. Actually, it's like I don't know where to start with this really fresh page. Oh, wait, damn it. Don't worry, it's okay. I thought I wasn't recording. Maybe I should change my other screen. You can't see it, but I'm actually using OBS twice just to record another monitor I have, so I can use this as a shorts, the YouTube shorts later. Look, I feel the same way, man. I When I don't draw for a very long time, or actually, it also goes both ways. If I draw for too long, then it's like, oh man, I just either I can't bring myself to draw, or I find it really hard to draw if I'm drawing for too long. And it's the same goes for if I'm not drawing for a while, you know? What am I saying? The fist goes like this. Knuckles. I always like to do that. So this finger goes a little bit more. like that. It should be going like this angle. Okay. Actually, it's fine. It just needs to be shorter. It's too long. It's foreshortened. Need to draw her hoodie. The sketch can sometimes get in the way. Now I can't see it, so I need to turn that off. That's her hoodie right there. It kind of flaps, it's flapping around, so it's a bit loose in the neck area. Why am I do something? All right, man. Talk to you later, I guess. By the way, did you see my manga? No, you. I don't think you've shared it before, right? Are you in my Discord? You can always share it there, or if you want, you can just um name your manga in chat, and then I'll Google it if it's Googleable. 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 Bye, Sonic. Yeah, you take care, man. I did say the name. Oh, I think I missed that part. Sorry, man. Say it again. I'll check it out right now. I'll show it in chat too. I got 6 viewers right now. Welcome everybody to the stream. You my Discord? Okay, hold on. I'll send my Discord in chat. Let me know if you find it. To bend like that. It. Oh. Uh, magic tool is not working. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, there it is. Now it's working. Back. By the way, guys, for people who are watching, I am trying to shift some of my content. Well, not all of them. But right now I'm just doing art tutorial and some sort of art studies. I also want to shift it to more of a storytelling content thing, because I'm trying to build this world, and I wanna show you how I do it. A bit of world building talking points there too. Wonder if that's gonna be interesting for anybody, because it's just that I've seen a lot of people take interest with manga. Yeah, I've told you this silver comment, that just for everybody who's here who wasn't there earlier. Okay, I'll just leave that for now. Spending too much time here. I'm gonna jump to another panel. This is just how I work, guys. I don't like working on a single uh, place, jump around. You can make animations of your manga and put narratives. Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah. I plan to do that maybe after I finish chapter 1, which again would be in a few weeks. Just I'm going to build some promotional TikTok videos for um just to promote this thing. So yeah, I might do that too. I also need to finish my one shot. That is just a couple of pages away from finishing. I'm almost done with that. So how would this end? It would go like this. Very rough. And this guy is going to be holding a chain, and he's kind of spinning it here. Ball and chain. Okay, and then we're gonna see said chain like go here, trying to aim for her feet, and she gets caught here. I'm actually reading in something on animation right now. Actually, yeah, that's another natural progression for artists, is to go into animations. I am absolutely terrified of taking in anything animation related. Although I think my fear of it is very irrational. Drawing a really rough hand. Is that even right? Want to? Yeah. I'm also thinking about doing animation this month. Go do it, man. If you're gonna start doing something, Um, now is the time to do, especially it's the beginning of the of another year. Imagine how good you would be this time next year, right? And maybe I should take my own advice. I should probably take my own advice because I'm not doing that right now with animation. I am doing that with content creation though. So I'm really excited of where I'm gonna take this channel next year if I just do this constantly and consistently. Artists have recently begun learning animations are Artextric. Oh yeah, I forgot to look him up. You said that he mentioned me, right? Is it on a video? Ah, interesting. I'll probably watch some of his content later on, out of stream. 2,000, 12,000 subscribers. Wow, I could only dream like that, right? To have that. Animation doesn't need to be fully new. Frames, it could be moving images and zooms. Not true. My fear of animations really come from a little bit of an insecurity, because I always want to do a good job at doing something. In my okay, I'm gonna say something very narcissistic, okay? And it's true, I am a little bit narcissistic, but I don't show it. In my head, whenever somebody does a better job at me, or if somebody in my circle is doing better in life with me, in my head, I make them out to be a competition. I don't really show this outwards. This is just something personal that goes inside my head, and I don't become hostile, or I don't change my attitude. It's just that it's like a drive for me to better my life, and be better at myself. And that's just something private, but inside, I think that's very narcissistic. Like, for example, the reason why I started doing freelance art is because my best friend was doing photography while I was still working a 9 to 5. But okay, so he was also working a 9 to 5 at that time. But I kind of started to see the potential of what he was doing, that it could get him out of that situation. And I really wanted to do the same. So in my head, I kind of made him into like a goal. Like, I want to be better than this person, right? And of course, it's really terrible for you if you show that to this person that you, because I love my best friend, right? And I don't want him to be like a villain of some sort. So it's just something that I um internalize rather. But yeah, we challenge each other to be better. And now he's like really a big shot in my country. I think. I hope. He has his own business and all that, and I'm doing art full time. I guess that there's a word for it. Like, you're very competitive. I'm very competitive. I should have just said that. I went to all this roundabout explanation. That's just human nature. Just do it in a healthy manner, but see no problems with it. Yeah, well, the problem is when you externalize that emotion, and then you end up hurting people and being like a snob out of it. So with those kind of things, just internalize it, keep it to yourself. If you have an attitude towards that person, just keep that all to yourself. You don't take it personally that somebody is doing better in life than you are. Take that as a challenge instead. Um, this guy, guy's the bandana guy. Didn't make a sugoi animation, but didn't complete it yet. So just keep going, and hopefully you can share your art and your animation soon. Did somebody send me a friend request on Discord? Or somebody just messaged me, but I don't know who it is. Um, yeah, with Discord, I'm still trying to organize the Discord server that I made. It's not. I'm not quite ready to share it yet. Because it's very bare bones. I didn't have quite the free time that I would like this week to do all that. But once I do, I'll definitely share it, promote it, have people join this server. We can even do content like roaster art or review your art. You know, get real critique. Not you. Yeah, maybe. My son is here. Okay, I'm gonna move on to a different panel now. Let's do this thing. Pants up, man. Come on. Yeah. I forgot to draw on the previous pages. Her back. She should have a utility belt on her back, where she can like pull out gadgets and shit. Right leg. Is the right leg. She has a anklet, like a bracelet on her feet, on her right feet. I think it was her right. I can always just fix that. Um, okay, she has a heeled sandals here. Okay. Yeah, like that. Move on to a different panel. Just finishing this first one. I want these two to be just silhouettes. I just want as much black um and these panels as I can to serve as either shading or color. Got to draw in his did a skirt because medieval times the clothing would go beyond your waist, and you would tie a belt in your waist and it would make this makeshift skirt, right? That's what I'm going for right now. These are kind of like monks. They're chasing this character. They're my main character. Lily Catfish. Hello, man. Girl. Lily sounds like a girl, so I'm gonna call you girl. Yeah, I'm just drawing. What's up with you? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yes, medieval clothing search would be necessary. Yeah. Um, I kind of made my map already, and I figured out where everything is. So here I'll show you in a little bit. World map. So I just messed this up. Okay. So this, I think I've shown this to you before, but I fixed it up a little bit since. It's not finished yet, but this is gonna be the world of the last fortress. This is the last fortress, and everything in maybe chapter 1, chapter 2, we like the entire volume is gonna take place in this area, and outside of this circle is the Dredgelands. That's good. Yeah, man. Thank you. You're back. Hey, VHS Art. I knew you would be back. Yeah, so this is my world map. And just to take you into a tour, the story, the pages that I am working on takes place in Virgil Village, which is right here in the outskirts of the border, which is this red thing here is the border. And on chapter 2, I've already written chapter 2 and a little bit of chapter 3. We're gonna take a journey to Kuruk village, which is a fishing village. And in that journey, I'm thinking of like making a page or two dedicated to the character just walking, kind of like what they do in Free Run. And then we can kind of see the landmarks here, like maybe the character is passing by the kingdom of Montefacio in the distance, right? As she passes this river over here, or maybe hangs out in the lake, and in the distance there's this massive mountain with a big castle on top. Or maybe in Virgil Village, while we're in this place, we kind of see the Gilas Tower over here, which is kind of as a broken mage tower. So yeah, and the South Gate, we see South Gate, I think, on a page where the refugees comes in from. South Gate is a massive gate that spans like this here, and it connects to a mountain and to the ocean. And the gate is like a medieval theme. So okay, so maybe we haven't seen this before. Maybe that's a different gate that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, so this entire region here, this place here, this I'm marking in blue, is a mix of. I think I wrote it right. Did I write it? No, I didn't. It's a mix of medieval England and like kind of like the Spanish Empire, as well as yeah. So those two are kind of mixing together in this area right here. And here, this is like the Aztec area, this forested area, and they guard North Gate right here, and also West Gate. East Gate, yeah, West Gate should be here, and they guard both of them. So this is a mix of the Aztecs, the Incas, as well as say Southeast Asian, because I think especially in like the Philippines, right? There's a lot of similarities. So basically, these are mixing cultures that are very similar to each other. I'm doing that because I think it carries a lot of storytelling already that I don't need to tell. Um, I don't need to explain what race they are, right? Like I don't need to explain the elves or the dwarves. So they're kind of like right there already, reference in real world. Of course, they're gonna be different, a lot different from thematically they're the same, but culturally they're slightly different. And over here, this area I haven't drawn is the Greek and the Romans, right? I think they exist. They're gonna be called something. These cultures are gonna be called something else, but I'm just telling you the theme of what they're gonna look like, right? But they're gonna be called something else. They're gonna look a certain way, similar to their real life counterparts. But we're gonna mix in some fantasy elements to those two. And over here in the middle is the like more Asian thing because they built the Asians quote unquote in the story like Japanese equivalent. Again, they're gonna be called something else. Okay, they're not gonna be like directly Japanese. Just thematically, I'm just calling them that right now. Um, is censored here, and they take care of all the farmlands, all the cattle, all the food for everybody else, and the yeah. So that's the world map of Vaikishi, the last fortress. And beyond the circle, beyond the border, is the Dredgelands, which is where we will eventually go, which is where my character wants to go. So that's kind of like a big mystery thing that's in what's in the Dredgelands. You know, I want to put some unknown mystery lands somewhere in there. That's good. Definitely an improvement. Yeah, I think the map's an improvement. The previous map is was too crowded, and I realized that drawing a more zoomed out map like this, I don't think I need to draw every single detail. Like the Kingdom of Montefacio has like 20 villages around them, and I don't need to draw every single villages in this world map. Maybe I can just zoom in on just a Kingdom of Montefacio map, and then at that point, then I can draw out all the details like the rivers, the canyons or whatever it is, right? Like the small details. But I made that mistake and I erased a lot of the clutter. And now it looks much cleaner. Okay, going back to the manga page, I'm getting a bit distracted here. Where was I? No, not that one. This one. Yes, it would make sense for parts of the map's locations to actually be seen. Would have thought you made new races in a story. I have a few concepts in mind. You know, I've thought of making new races. I may still do that as like a twist of something outside of the barrier. But I'm still 50-50 of at least making new races, right? There is gonna be a character when we go into chapter 2 that we're gonna meet called the Outsider, and this person is kind of like a wild card. He will serve as the reader's eyes. Like he doesn't know anything about what's going on inside of this world, and we kind of explain everything through him in chapter 2. And this character, I'm still thinking of what he will look like, but I'm thinking of maybe making him more fantastical, like less human, like an elf maybe, or a dwarf, something like that, right? Something maybe new. But the key to my idea is that I'm using those fantasy races like elves, dwarves, orcs, kind of lessens the heavy lifting I have to do when it comes to storytelling, because people already know what that is. I don't need to explain what an elf is to the average reader, right? Everybody knows. Even fans, even non-fantasy fans know what elves are. So that's one of the reasons why I'm using like real life cultures and just mixing them together. Maybe we can like the okay, here's another interesting part. I kind of did a manga, or no, not a manga, a web comic way back in 2022, I would like to say. I think I've shown it to you before. It's in currently in tapas, but that manga has been abandoned by the author that I was working with, and I've been trying to contact him with no, like he doesn't reply to me anymore. But I really like the characters that he um, set up there, and I'm thinking of maybe borrowing them, maybe just changing their names. You know, they make like a cameo because they were Aztec based, and I have an Aztec land in my story, so maybe I could just continue their story within my manga because it would be a really shame. I really like drawing those characters. But I've thought you made a new racist story of yeah, I would like to hear your stories, your ideas, man. Of course, you know me. Oh, I hate that hand so much. I need a reference. So, all right, I got it, I got it, I got it. So it's sideways, like this. Okay, I really hate this hand. Okay, so this hand can also bend. These two. It's a little bit better. I still hate it. All right. I need a reference. I give up. Belated happy birthday. Thanks, man. No dabang nag Warzone. Dude, you guys are playing Warzone? I really want to join. Maybe after the stream, I'll join you guys if you're still playing. My friends just commented on my Facebook and they're kind of inviting me to Warzone. I play Warzone with them sometimes, Call of Duty. Yeah, I'll play with them after the stream. I'm not in a hurry. And yeah, it was my birthday. I need references for the hands because again, like before, I'm really weak when the hand is angled like in the with the pinky, rather than here, right? It's kind of my weak spot. Hmm. Ugh. How do I draw this? Oh, this is a good. Okay, I found a good reference. Um, who made this? So there's no artist. Or I can't reference the artist because I just looked at this in Pinterest, but this is what it looks like. And I really want to copy this. I don't want to trace it, I just want to see if I can copy it, okay? All right. Well, okay, so it goes. So that's on top. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there and just look at that as a reference, okay? No tracing, just see if I can practice and stream at the same time. So just like that. I don't even know if this is a good angle for it. Seems like it. Yeah, it's just she's like that. Okay, I like it. Okay, delete that now. I think I can work with this. I think that's how you should do references, right? Is you just try to um, kind of get the feeling of the drawing, and it's totally fine if you know. Here's my opinion. I think it's okay if you trace it, if you trace like artwork and then show it off, as long as you're transparent about the tracing. And I think people like in the art community who trace and they show it off and they don't reference and they're not transparent about that, people are mad at the people are usually mad at the disingenuity of it, the dishonesty of posting something um that you traced and then claiming it as your own. But if you traced it, you post it, and then you're very transparent about the tracing, I think people, as long as you don't sell it, okay, so it's just like a study, as long as it's just like a post, you're not making money out of it, I think people will be okay with that. What do you think? Oh yeah, if I remember the right, Ruben actually plays Call of Duty as well on stream. Well, I tried playing Call of Duty on stream, nobody watched it. I think more people watch me and do like drawing than playing Call of Duty. I'm not really good at Call of Duty anyway. Ever made even made some art for it while as OC. Yeah. You know who'd be really good at Call of Duty art is Moonkez. 'Cause he does like military stuff, right? I've seen one of his most recent work, and Moonkez is just insane. Um, yeah, this is the case. Yeah, so with again with referencing, with let's say even if you trace somebody else's art, I think most artists will be okay with that as long as you're transparent and you reference the art that's being traced. Um, yeah, it's the dishonesty of it that are what that's what make people get mad. What am I saying, dude? I'm stuttering. I'm not usually a stutterer, but you know what I mean, right? Just don't be dishonest. And yeah, I do trace sometimes. Okay, I'll show you a good trick on how to trace artwork properly and um how to use references properly. Okay, and it's not what you think. It's not like I'm telling everybody to trace. I think I also spoke about this on my recent video that when you do trace, um, just make sure to change a bunch of things and also reference the artist that you're tracing from and tell everybody that hey, this is traced. What do you guys think? Is it artwork stuff or I traced it from this artist? Just don't be an asshole about it. Look at that hand. It's still gonna look wonky, because I drew, the reference was very stylized, so I'm gonna change it a little bit. Okay, so I like it. Mooncase is a great artist. I enjoy the story he is creating. Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, I haven't got into his story, but I watched a lot of his videos, and dude, it just amazes me. It's that kind of art that I want to be doing, the black and white manga style, textured kind of art. I want to join whatever it is that community has. That, and also the world building community, like the Dungeons and Dragons community. Is that I'm kind of doing something similar to what they're doing. Okay, hands done. She has a ring in this finger in both hands. Black, black. I think I spent too much time drawing this hand. Okay, like this. So off screen, her hand should be like this, like that. Pretty good. So this is wrong. Okay, I'm gonna move on to a different part of the drawing now. Let's actually do this. Okay, hopefully the hands won't give me trouble again, because that would be embarrassing. This is just a fist. Okay, that's a bit easier to make. And this is just a fist. Actually, it's not. Let's not make it a fist. Let's like a claw hand, right? Okay, let's get into it. Okay, sometimes I get the hands right away. Side up. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I bought this brush pack. It's a very ridiculous brush pack. Okay, people might not like this, okay, but I do. I like this kind of stuff. So this is for creating backgrounds. Jesus, like my hat keeps hitting my microphone. Sorry. So this is for creating backgrounds, and check this out. You know what? Let me demonstrate it by making a new like page here. So let's, for example, I'll make a really quick background. Right? It's really ridiculous. People are not gonna like this. Let's say it's a foggy background, and um, ano ba pera? Balik ko. Kita ka. And I have see if I can find the buildings. Clouds. Oh yeah. See? Make clouds really quickly, like fog. Um Alright, here we go. We can pretty much just make a building like that. Boom. It's ridiculous. And of course you can make adjustments. What's this? Maybe there. Right? Okay. Oh my god. So maybe we can like add that there. Oh, reflections, so of course. Let's make it white maybe. Right? See? Very ridiculous brush. And you can kind of see how you can play around with this, right? I know people might not like this because I didn't draw them directly. But I really like things like this, man. It's just I'm just experimenting, okay? This isn't something that I normally would do. Okay, let's just get back. And this is just a distraction. Sorry, guys. I'm moving back into the manga page. That's what everybody is here for. Hey, her hair is kind of messy here. I like that. This hand is a bit too small, isn't it? See, I'm very OCD like this. A perfectionist. That needs to be tighter. This much. Um, her knees would be right, really tight. Yeah, maybe even tighter. Okay, I like that. It's a really baggy pants. Yeah, I forgot to drop in here. Ooh, my back just cracked. Page is coming along. But I'm gonna draw something else. This thing here. Spending too much time on one panel. I don't like doing that. I haven't really drawn anybody's faces, haven't I? All right, let's start with drawing faces. With this page. So I already have a sketch. Here. Face, very rough. I think I should raise face. Let's see how this goes. I want her eyes to be as near as her bangs right here. That her eyebrows don't show. All right, I gotta do this right. Whoops. Dragon. Popcorn. Popcorn. 32? 42? Yun no. Thank you. Refresh mo naman na. No? Say going, Ribs. Hi. Stars are looking great. Very fierce. I'll render this later on. I need to add a little bit of shadow. I'm just gonna add a little bit more hatching lines here. And a reminder where the shadow is going to hit this girl's face. Something like that. I'll shade that later. It looks really ridiculous right now. Right? But that's going to be in shadow. Something like this. I wonder if I um, do half tones. That's going to look any better. Green tones, half tones, whatever you call it. Testing this out, okay? It is easier to work with, but I don't like how it looks. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it for now like this. At least I've drawn one face. Let's move on to a different part of her body. Here's a hanging belt. That's gonna be it right there. Feet. Oh, this is mostly black. Okay, there you go. Of course, we're just not gonna leave that all black. We're gonna add some details to it too. Okay, I like that. That's just like running with a pose. This page is almost done. There's her feet here, his face, and the people chasing him. Her. Let's draw a little bit of that, shall we? So the guy in front is the spiky hair dude. This is going to be um, the one throwing the chains. Oh no, this guy's in front. Yeah, who cares? They don't need to be in order. I don't need to detail here his face since he's a bit further away. In fact, might shrink him even more. So no need to detail his face like that much. There will be a floor here. It goes here. And then in the background, we're going to indicate some roof because they kind of jump. We will see a building here in the background once I do it on Monday. I'll probably do the backgrounds tomorrow or Monday. And then we'll see like a streak here of this character jumping up like this. And then they follow suit. So that's why this guy's jumping. And we'll add some streaks here. This guy, I could use him in front, a bit larger. Like that. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. So just a short stream today, guys. I think I've been streaming for 2 hours now. Right? Yeah. 1 hour and 57 minutes. This time moves really quickly. I can only stream for a short bit of time today. Whoa, somebody chatted. Whoa, that's sick, dude. Teach me how to announce me skills then. Yeah, I'm not. So you're from Twitch? You're from Twitch. For anatomy, I'm not really the best when it comes to anatomy. Well, all I do is just freaking eyeball it. But I will definitely teach you how to do what I do. Right? If you follow my YouTube channel, I'll have a few tutorials there, and maybe more very soon on how to draw and how to render. And but I want to add some world building tutorials there too, because I am building this world that where this story takes place in, and I've been really addicted to doing that. So hopefully, you guys could watch that too. And yeah, thank you everybody. I need to go now because I need to eat and I need to do something else. You guys have a nice day. Bye bye you. Yeah, like and subscribe. Bye bye. uh Dami pa sana nanonood. Di ako nasa likod ko. First na ako nag-stream. Tsaka mag-GG ako.